The all-new 2026 Subaru Outback is here, and it's packed with 6 crazy changes we are going to explain in detail today. If you thought Subaru would only make small updates like it did numerous times before, think again. From a completely changed aesthetic approach to groundbreaking tech features, this is the most radical Outback redesign you've ever seen. Number 6. Completely new look. Gone are the station wagon days. The 2026 model is embracing a completely different design philosophy that's going to shock longtime fans. Subaru is abandoning the traditional wagon silhouette in favor of something much bolder and more aggressive. The most dramatic transformation is happening with the overall proportions. The new Outback is adopting a much boxier, more upright stance that screams SUV rather than wagon. The roofline is growing by a full 2 inches, creating a more commanding presence on the road. This isn't just about height. The entire body is being reshaped with sharper angles and more defined edges. Up front, the changes are absolutely radical. The 2026 Outback is getting stacked headlight clusters and a massive upright grille that gives it a chunky, bold appearance. The front fascia looks more like a rugged SUV than anything we've seen from Subaru before. The sculpted sheet metal and pronounced wheel arches are continuing this muscular theme throughout the entire vehicle. What's particularly interesting is how Subaru is reducing the plastic cladding that has defined Outbacks for years. The company admits they might have gone too far with the black plastic on previous generations. The new design is cleaner and more sophisticated while still maintaining that adventurous character that Outback buyers expect. Number 5. More upscale-looking interior. The interior transformation is going to be just as shocking as the exterior changes. Subaru is completely rethinking the cabin design with a focus on elegance and sophistication that previous Outbacks never achieved. The new interior represents a massive leap forward in terms of materials, design, and overall refinement. The dashboard design is getting a complete overhaul with cleaner surfaces and much richer materials throughout the cabin. Subaru's design goal was simple: adventure on the outside, luxury on the inside. The result is a cabin that feels more upscale than anything the brand has produced before. One of the biggest improvements is in the ergonomics and control layout. The new Outback is ditching the old touchscreen-heavy approach in favor of a more traditional setup with physical buttons and knobs. Climate control functions are being pulled out of the screen and replaced with proper buttons, a change that will make the vehicle much more user-friendly, especially when wearing gloves. Material quality is taking a massive step forward. Cloth seating options are being eliminated entirely because customers found them difficult to clean after outdoor adventures. The new interior features higher-grade materials that can better withstand the demands of an active lifestyle while still feeling premium and refined. The overall design philosophy is much cleaner and more straightforward. Gone are the cluttered layouts and busy designs of previous generations. The new cabin prioritizes functionality and elegance in equal measure, creating an environment that feels both practical and upscale. Number 4. More spacious than before. The 2-inch increase in overall height is directly translating to more passenger space. The taller roofline and wider roof design are opening up the cabin considerably. Front and rear passengers are going to benefit from improved headroom and a more open feeling throughout the cabin. The cargo area is seeing some impressive improvements as well. The new Outback is offering 35 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats. That's a solid 2 cubic feet more than the outgoing model. That's a 20% increase over what you get in the Forester, making the Outback a much more practical choice for hauling gear and equipment. But the space improvements go beyond just raw numbers. The load floor is becoming both wider and easier to access thanks to the new design. The cargo opening is huge, and the more upright rear design is making it much easier to load and unload bulky items. Number 3. More practical details. Subaru is absolutely loading the new Outback with clever practical features that are going to make everyday life much easier. The engineers have been paying attention to how people actually use their vehicles, and the result is a whole host of thoughtful details that solve real-world problems. The door storage is getting a major upgrade. Each door can now accommodate a 32-ounce water bottle, and they're even carpeted to keep bottles from rattling around. This might seem like a small detail, but for anyone who spends time outdoors, it's going to be a game changer. The cargo area is where the practical innovations really shine. There's a configurable washable tonneau cover made from recycled materials that can be adapted into a carrier for dirty hiking boots or items you don't want sliding around. The cover's outer edge is attached with magnets, so if you're carrying something heavy, you can just push into it and it opens for storage. The roof rail system is getting significantly more capable. The new rails support 220 pounds of cargo when the vehicle is in motion and an impressive 800 pounds when stationary. The lateral rating of 220 pounds makes them perfect for hanging camping awnings or hammocks. The rails now have clearer markers to make fitting crossbars much easier here. Even the small details are well thought out. There's a clip for the passenger side USB cable to keep wires neat and tidy. The cargo area features hooks for hanging wet gear and grocery bags. There are 10 anchor points for the flexible cargo cover, allowing you to create custom storage solutions for whatever you're hauling. Perhaps most charming are the measurement illustrations etched into each taillight housing. Since Subaru fans are often pet owners, they include little dog illustrations for scale. Under the rear spoiler, there are more illustrations showing exactly what objects you can carry on the roof, including one depicting a shark, because why not? Number 2. All-new Android-based infotainment. The technology upgrade in the 2026 Outback represents a quantum leap forward from Subaru's previous infotainment systems. The Android-based operating system is completely new and promises much faster performance than previous generations. The improved processing power should eliminate the lag and sluggish response that plagued earlier Subaru infotainment systems. The new interface brings wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity as standard features. What makes this system particularly impressive is how it integrates with the overall cabin design. Rather than dominating the dashboard like so many modern systems do, the screen is thoughtfully integrated with physical controls for climate and audio functions. This hybrid approach gives you the benefits of modern technology without sacrificing usability. The digital gauge cluster is getting a complete makeover as well. The new 12.3-inch display can switch among several different views, including a minimalist layout, traditional analog-style gauges, and a map-focused setup for navigation-heavy trips. There's even a new eyesight mode that highlights the road ahead, showing nearby vehicles and providing real-time feedback from the driver assistance systems. The overall system integration is much more sophisticated than anything Subaru has offered before. Everything from the climate control to the driver assistance features works together seamlessly, creating a much more cohesive and modern driving experience. Number 1. Hybrid Powertrain. The Outback is continuing with its two proven gasoline engines, the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder, making 180 horsepower, and the turbocharged 2.4-liter producing 260 horsepower. But the big news is the addition of a hybrid system that's going to change everything about how this vehicle operates. The hybrid powertrain is based on a 2.5-liter boxer engine running the Atkinson cycle, producing 162 horsepower and 154 pound-feet of torque. But here's where it gets interesting. The system blends in another 118 horsepower and 199 pound-feet from the primary traction motor concealed within the transmission case. The combined system output reaches 194 horsepower, representing a solid performance boost over the standard engine. What makes this hybrid system particularly impressive is how it maintains Subaru's legendary all-wheel drive capability. Unlike many hybrid all-wheel drive systems that only power the front wheels with the hybrid system and use a separate electric motor for the rear, the Outback Hybrid drives all four wheels through the hybrid powertrain. This ensures consistent power delivery and maintains the vehicle's off-road capabilities. Fuel economy is going to see a dramatic improvement. The hybrid system is targeting around 35 miles per gallon combined, which represents a significant improvement over the current gasoline-only models. This efficiency gain doesn't come at the cost of capability. The hybrid maintains the same ground clearance and off-road features as other Outback models. The hybrid system also brings some unique operating characteristics. The electric motor provides far more motivation when moving off from a stop, making the Outback feel more responsive in everyday driving situations. The system can operate in electric-only mode during certain conditions, further improving fuel efficiency and reducing emissions. The 2026 Subaru Outback represents the most significant transformation in this model's 30-year history. These 6 changes are going to completely redefine what an Outback can be, combining the adventurous spirit that made this vehicle famous with modern technology, efficiency, and capability that meets today's demands. Now that it looks more like an SUV than ever before, the Outback is no longer a class of its own, but also a potential threat to many compact crossovers, including those that are getting major updates for the next year. Check out this video about all the 2026 Kia Sportage changes explained in detail, which you can now see on the screen. Kia's bestseller is getting a major update, with changes that will bring it even closer to the class leaders.